Oh my God, we recorded that.
Van. We did?
We
Well,
did.
hello everyone.
Recording right
Welcome to
now.
another episode of Three Nerds on a Sunday, where three
Hmm.
nerd friends talk about all things nerd, geek, and pop culture related. I am one third of the nerd, Sonny, and the other two nerds that make up this round table are Manny and Sith Lord Frank over there when he pops on screen. What's
Bum,
going on,
bum,
guys?
bum, 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 bum.
Mm.
It's funny that Frank doesn't like sports and all that because he does
Yeah.
look like a Bill Belichick.
It
Is that
does.
a good thing or a bad thing?
Good thing.
Depends.
Nah, it's a good thing. He's a well-respected coach who knows what he's
You
doing.
Is he
cool
though?
dude.
Hell yeah! I mean, okay, I see what you mean. Yes, yes, yes. But he's respected in where he wins.
Trying to make fun.
Okay, yeah, it makes sense. Okay, yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Stop walking away,
Gotta
Frank.
make you cry.
Don't become the watcher. Don't become the watcher. So
I'm so sorry.
anything new going on with you guys?
No.
No,
Okay. And
nothing
just
really.
Same
don't.
boring mother fudger as before.
And for those who are listening to the audio only, Frank's background is the creepy bald man that watches all the Marvel people, the Watcher. And then
Yeah.
Manny's sticking with the classic Batman logo back there behind him, looking all
Yeah,
nice
we
and clean, sleek.
we don't have a cool room like you right now. So
Yeah, we're not as cool
That's
as
not
you.
true.
is that
Y'all got cool
wood trim
rooms.
I see?
Yes, it is. Put
Fancy.
it in myself.
Fancy even more.
I have hands of a
That's
man.
too deep.
Anyways, let's get into this because we actually got some news this week and we got some nerd house and main topic, so it should be a pretty fun, jam packed episode.
It's
Oh
like
wait,
we actually wanted to do the podcast.
um, I'll go first. My first
Damn,
news since Manny
Damn
and I
bro.
had this same article. So Kevin Feige
Okay.
was interviewed, and let's just kind of read what he kind of said because some people are getting mixed up a little bit. So, um, quote Kevin Feige: "If you were to see Daredevil in upcoming things, Charlie Cox, yes, would be the actor playing Daredevil. Where we see that, how we see that, when we see that, remains to be seen." Uh, Everyone took that as confirmed. He is in this next project 100%. Now, it's it is weird to come out and say, "Oh yeah, we don't know when we're gonna use Daredevil, but it's definitely gonna be Charlie Cox, unless you have an idea what you're gonna do with him, because anything can
No,
happen. He can be,
when I hear remains to be seen, I get it more like you have to wait and see where it goes.
right.
You get
It's
me?
just kind of weird to. No, yeah, I understand what
Like
you're
they
saying.
know where
Just
it's
kind of
going.
weird. Yeah. Um, I mean, as far as I'm aware, Feige always been pretty straight up with his quotes and comments, stuff like that, from what I understand. um, this one, it's not cryptic, but at the same time, it's like a weird thing to say. Just kind of say
Yeah.
it with all these rumors flying around. Why now? There's been obviously the speculations like
Maybe something to do with
no,
Hawkeye.
no, the No Way Home. Oh, it's possible Daredevil's in there. The She-Hulk TV show. Oh, she might be in there because lawyers they hang out together. A
Yeah.
bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, it's just kind of weird that you would just say that because again, it's like saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna bring back Chris Tucker if we ever decide to do Rush Hour. Was it 4 in like maybe next 10 years? Maybe if he's free." It's like, yeah, you could say you want him, but you say that for a reason. So they I don't doubt they already have it planned out where and if the character shows up. Even though I think he will show up real soon. Where I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
one of those things, I
We
guess, to
really
get
need
more
to.
buzz going. So,
Probably.
but
I'm
that is
excited
exciting.
for it. I'm excited
Oh,
for it. I mean, it's kind of weird when the news broke too. It broke like late at night, and then then it kind of picked up some speed. I think it came out Was it Sunday, Monday? Was it Monday? Maybe?
I think Monday.
I think it was like Sunday night, and then like it hit the airwaves Monday.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I gotta watch season 3. Season 3 is on my list. I'll probably watch it after Hawkeye.
Yes. Well, I mean, you got Boba Fett after Hawkeye, so try to fit it in as soon as you can.
Oh man, that's so right.
Yeah, but you have a week between episodes, so you got time.
Oh my gosh, that's so right.
Yeah.
I hope that's good.
I hope so too. I'm very hyped for that.
Me too.
I won't say any speculations or guess where Daredevil will pop up. I know, and Manny knows. I know he knows that we want to see it when it happens, and it'll be pretty good. How about you, Frank? How do you feel about Charlie Cox as
I love him.
Daredevil?
I think he's really good. I'm glad they're not trying to replace him or recast him. I think it's awesome that they're going to reuse him.
Nice.
Daredevil is one of my favorites out of all Marvel.
Yes.
Daredevil is good to me.
Oh, yeah. I think if they were going to bring back and recast anyone, I hope it's Iron Fist. No offense to the actor. I just feel like he was really miscast in that role.
Yeah, it didn't really work.
And the writing didn't help either. You know, I mean, it's not the actor's fault. It's just one of those things.
What didn't work with him?
Everything. I don't know, like the way he carried himself, the way he talked, the way he delivered his lines. It's just like he didn't seem like on paper it's the Iron Fist, but he doesn't portray it that way. It's like
they're just much
just off.
Like for somebody, I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I'm not the biggest fan of the Arrow show on CW, but that one, the actor Jason Amell, I think is his proper name. He does a pretty good job of carrying himself as a character and getting those lines across. This guy just kind of there, kind of bland. So
yeah, I agree.
That's why it was canceled real fast after the second season, with other reasons. But that was
canceled real fast. Sunny.
Yes. Oh, look at that segue, boy! Oh, you are good. Netflix cancels Cowboy Bebop, the live-action series, after only one season.
Oh my God!
Did you guys watch the season?
No, not yet.
I just.
Did any of you watch the actual anime?
Yes, love it.
Frank did.
Amazing. Simple anime.
You, Sonny?
No, I did not watch the anime.
Frank, was it pretty close to the anime?
Yeah, story-wise, yes.
But how about what wasn't?
Well, I mean, it's really hard to replicate the voices and the characterizations that I already had in my head. So rewriting those, it's not like writing a book, because in a book situation, you make it up yourself as you're reading. But in an anime, it's like them finding a Goku and he doesn't really sound like Goku and he doesn't really act like him necessarily 100% the same way. And it's just hard to replicate and break what you already knew and what you already were a fan of for 10 years or 20 years. It's just hard to do that. So I think they did what they could, and it wasn't bad, I would say. But it was kind of retreading a lot of stuff that was already done within the original show, and actually like a worse execution on some aspects. So I don't know if I answered your question, but that is what I think.
I think it is. I mean, I gotta kind of watch it. I never thought I would be into it. After I guess right when Adult Swim, it's not even Adult Swim, but right when the late night Toonami came on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd never stuck with it.
Right.
So I don't know. I think I am gonna want to watch the anime first before I watch the Netflix stuff, just so I could see what it would be.
Yeah, and I think also it was that big outcry that people were like, yeah. This is my anime.
So mad. They wouldn't give it a chance. I don't know, man. There was just no way it was ever going to live up to what they wanted, and It was kind of cool seeing stuff recreated from the show, all the scenes and everything, and there were some good production value they put into it. It doesn't look horrible.
Right.
You know, some of those movies, it just whenever something flies or like a robot shows up, it just looks terrible, and it did a good job, though, in my opinion. And the guy who played Jet Black, he was actually pretty good. John Cho was good as well. But yeah, I mean, overall, the main villain, I don't think they did a good job with him, which is a really big part to get correct. So.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I think it's always, like you were saying earlier, it's hard to transfer anything that's already kind of has its own life, like taking an anime or a cartoon and turning it live action. It's like it'll never be the same. You can do something different, make it your own thing, but to those diehard fans, especially with anime, it's never going to live up to what they want. And from day one, this was getting shit on. Even that controversy of the actress not having the proper costume that was like in the show. I'm like, that's a stupid thing to like not give a show a chance. Just watch. It could be good.
Some of it doesn't transfer. Like not everything's going to transfer, and that's okay.
Right.
Like, you don't have to dress the exact same way.
So, I don't know. I think there's a mixture of things that got to cancel, but oh well. This one I think the fans could take a good blame for.
I mean, there is only one season of the original, so them doing a second season, I don't see how, like, without coming up with brand new material, I don't know how they would do it.
Wait, Cowboy Bebop was only one season?
Yeah, it did not go very long. It was 26 episodes or so.
Well,
and to me, it's a complete story. It wasn't one of those where, I want to know where this was going or that was going. It was like, no, this is done. That was it. Like, there's nothing else. I mean, they could have told more stuff, but I think I like how it is. I'm good with it not being any more than that.
And is that how the Netflix one ended? Or did they really talk?
It did, but they kind of changed it a little bit, and they left it a little bit open to where more stuff could happen in a different way than it did in the other show. It's not as final as the show, as the anime.
That's interesting. I watched the anime.
I think they had plans, to keep going, of course, but that's not going to happen now. I think John Cho tweeted. He said it was either an emoji or he just said, "I'm okay," something like that. I don't know. It was kind of funny. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, kind of going off what you're saying, it sounds like they wanted to give the fans something, and then, hey, now we can make this a little bit different or do something different with it while still keeping that kind of same energy, which I think is a smart way to do it.
You're retreading something that we already love, so it's like, why are you retelling the same thing? I guess there's a ton of people who don't, and they're trying to make this more mainstream, so I could see why.
Sure.
I think it was a hard project to work on, and I think they did do a good job. I mean, I had fun watching some of the scenes and remembering the show and stuff, so it wasn't the worst thing ever.
All right. Let's move on.
I'll toss it over to you, Manny, since I kind of accidentally took two stories there.
Let me see, just to make sure which one I want to go with. So HBO Max series news. So we know there's a Batman show coming out, kind of like a Follow the Cop kind of thing.
Okay.
Well, they asked, you asked, and they heard, and you're getting a Penguin series from HBO Max with Colin Farrell. So interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel. I gotta watch the movie. I gotta have a connection with this Penguin. If I want to know more about him.
Right.
When is it gonna take place? Because I don't want to watch Gotham again. Yeah. So it's one of those things where
that show
I'm
is
excited,
like
but
seasons or something?
Yeah, dude. And I try to give it a chance. I try to go
I
with
did
it.
too.
And I was like, oh, well, they got Joker. Oh, they got really.
I
He's not
remember
the
you
real
were really
Joker.
trying, dude. Like I
Yeah,
was
dude.
commending you. I was like, wow, he's really trying.
Bro, like, I kind of like the idea where the first, like, hint of Venom might have been. So I was like, oh, that's really
Okay.
cool. Okay, cool. I could get
Yeah.
where this is going. And no.
No, man. No.
They
Still
changed too much, dude. Like, Barbara was a crazy girl. Like, what?
Yeah.
God.
But Barbara's
I
named
mean-
after Barbara? Like, he names his daughter Barbara?
Yeah, that's weird. That was weird. That was a weird ass show.
There's a lot of stuff in there. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
It is a slog to get through. It's.
And then the end, dude. The end.
Yeah.
All that time, and he's like, not even Batman.
Ugh.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'll commend the show for trying to tell their own version of it, trying to be a little different, and try to do their own thing. But did they even do that well? Some things were pretty good. Some things really bad. and the worst thing is it's a slog. I can't watch that thing for too long. I got to take a break and watch something else and come back like a month later. It's fucking God.
It sucks, man.
Gotham was good. Yeah. So, Colin Farrell, I don't know if it's the roles he picked or he just had a bad shake of it, but I think he should be a bigger star than what he currently is. I like him as an actor. I forgot if he did something like I punched someone in a bar, so I can't remember. I feel like he's like a Russell Crowe type, just wants to fight, but I feel like he should be bigger than what he is. So hopefully this one gets in there.
Yeah, we'll see. It might.
So I'm excited to hear that. Now we have to see how the movie turns out, but I am hesitantly optimistic.
So far, yeah, everything with this movie, I mean, it looks promising.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. I hold Batman to a very high standard, probably unrealistic, but I want like every Batman movie to be like the greatest thing ever made. So it's kind of on a really high pedestal for me. So we'll see.
Definitely. I mean, the stuff we grew up with surrounding the character, you got to live up to it. If you don't come close to that, it's just disappointing for us.
If I was a Superman fan, I would be super pissed because Superman doesn't get treated the same way.
Very true.
No, not at all.
Yeah, like I'm not the biggest fan of Superman, but I'll defend him to the day I die. I think conceptually there's a reason why he is Superman, the reason why he wears those colors and who he is, what he is. Am I a huge fan? No, but I think that again, like anything else, he should be bigger and treated with more with respect than just going like, he's a Boy Scout. So I don't know. Anywho's, was that it for the HBO Max news?
Yep.
Frank, what do you got for us in news?
I have no news.
Well, slap me pink. All right, I'll go next. For all my comic book fans out there, I recently got back into comics, picking up some like trades and volumes and all that kind of stuff. But this new storyline just kind of caught my eye because it deals with the X-Men. Essentially, there's a new storyline for the X-Men coming out called X-Men Paradise Lost. I think it's an 8-issue run, 8-part series. Here's a little synopsis. The X-Men dealing with X-Men calling in Juggernaut and Deadpool for assistance in dealing with the problem the mutants can't handle themselves. I never knew I needed a team up of Daredevil and Juggernaut until right now. It sounds really fun, actually. Now, this is going to be released on the mobile scrolling format on Marvel Unlimited. So I believe it's like their online subscription deal. That's where it's going to be released and shown. So it's digitally exclusive as far as I can tell. But yeah, I just feel like if you're keeping up with all that kind of stuff and how things are going, because I comics have gone crazy. There's another storyline that came out. Like apparently David Banner has turned the Hulk into like a half machine, and he's like he's piloting the Hulk as like a vessel, and then he taps into like an alter ego of his, so he's like literally piloting the Hulk now, and it's weird. Like comics are a thing. It's fucking weird. So this one caught my eye more. God, it was weird. But this one again, the Juggernaut, Deadpool. Teaming up together to help the X-Men, because the X-Men are like, yeah, we can't do this on our own. So we need the two guys that can't die. So we need your help. So for all my comic book fans out there, here's some news for you. Trying to be a little more diverse with the news.
The Juggernaut can be fun when he shows up.
Yes, yeah. And I like most of the time they either have to throw him down like an ocean or a huge hole in the ground, or he just walks away. He's like, I'm bored. I'll see you later. You don't ever really beat him.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's funny.
No, you don't.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm bored. I'll see you guys later.
Huge X-Men.
So that was my quick comic book news. I think you have two more to go, Manny, right?
No, I have one more.
Oh, that's right.
Have you guys seen Eternals?
No.
I have not.
Well, if you guys want to watch Eternals for free, or not for free, but with your subscription for Disney Plus, you'll be able to do it on January 12th. For that, so
very close.
That's coming out pretty soon.
Nice.
I believe Frank will not like it. That's my bet. Sonny, you're a toss bag.
Why?
I don't think it's going to have your attention enough.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't, what's up?
Is it like too long?
Too long. I feel like you don't care for characters as much. You care more for like story and action and stuff like that. Especially if they're characters that you didn't grow up with, you're not going to really care as much. And there's too many characters to care for in this. So I feel like you are going to get overwhelmed, and then you're just going to give up, and then you're not going to pay attention to the story. And so you're not going to like it. But you're going to
sounds pretty accurate.
Give it a little bit of a pass because it's a Marvel movie, but you're going to be starting to be disappointed with Marvel movies. That's just my 2 cents.
Oh, I think you're right.
That's more like a quarter, but nice.
Yeah, And then
that's fair.
For you, Sonny, I feel like you're more open to a story. You're tired of Marvel to begin with, unless it's like a Spider-Man movie, and even that has to follow a certain formula before you're kind of angry about it. And then, so you're going to give this one a little bit more of a chance, but then it's not going to live up to your standards. It's still going to be a Marvel movie, and that's where I like it.
I think you are probably right about us.
Yeah, it's not too off.
We're going to be little asshats, and we're not going to like it.
Well, no, because it's not my favorite, you know. Yeah, it wasn't my favorite. I mean, it's one of those where I'm a Marvel fan, and I'll watch anything Marvel. I'll give it a chance just so I could see where the story goes to, and just so I could say I was there from the beginning and been with it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I kind of went. And then, yeah.
When did that come out in theaters? Like a couple months ago or something?
Something like that.
No.
Was it October?
Hey, Series? What? Hey, Siri, when did Eternals come out in theaters?
Eternals was released January 1st, 2000.
Wow.
January.
What? 2017. That's not it.
Oh.
I was gonna say,
Marvel Eternal.
hey Siri, stop being a lying bitch.
Siri, you're drunk.
I guess to the Googs. To the Googs. The Eternals. I say Eternals, not entrance. I hate you. Anyways, it wasn't. I don't think it was that much longer. We'll let someone pull it
November
up.
5th.
But okay, there you go. So November 5th.
Oh, okay. That feels
That's a
like
pretty
it was
short turnaround.
longer.
Yeah, it's been a long end of the year. Yeah, I mean, like when I saw the trailer, I wanted to give it a chance. It looked like it was filmed a little bit differently, just from the initial trailers. But Marvel's gonna Marvel, and they're gonna have their crazy, big, over-the-top action scene because it's a blockbuster movie. They got to do it. To some aspects, I get it, but I mean, I'm not too excited for reviews if people talk about it where like this is okay, like okay, that's not enthusiastic, or people just flat out hate it. So I'll watch it eventually because I have to. I have to watch everything Marvel to catch up on things. But
personally, I think they hate it because it shows a little bit more that Marvel or Disney is open to being a little lenient on like their characters, like a gay character, a black character, stuff like that. I think that's why it was kind of a lot of the review bombs as well, sadly. Oh, a lot of silence there. Did I hit a nerve? Am I frozen?
Oh.
Frank.
I don't have a comment.
No, Sonny's frozen.
No, I think he's mad.
No, he's frozen.
I know.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Well, anyway, so yeah, that's coming out. So hopefully you guys watch it just to be a part of it, and he's gone. But that was it for my news. You're kind of excited, right? You get to watch this in the comfort of your own.
I really want to watch it actually. I've heard good things. I mean, I heard it wasn't horrible, so yeah, I'll check it out.
And it definitely wasn't horrible. Like, I think this girl really liked it. This girl, meaning my wife, Violet, she liked it. I believe so. And then I like what it does with history. I'll just leave it at that. So, yeah.
La la.
So I guess we'll go into our nerd outs.
All right.
And we'll just wait for this guy to come back. Well, since you didn't have any news, Frank, how about you go first?
Oh wow! Thank you so much.
Oh, hi, Wyatt.
Hello, sir.
Okay, I'm back. I froze there actually now, so it was actually freeze. I had to jump off, come back on.
How you doing there?
Oh, I'm back now. Okay, what I miss?
You missed a transition into nerd outs where I was about to tell you what I nerded out about.
Okay. Tell me where you're gonna aim your nerd out.
So let me think. Man, because I had something for like last week and then I wasn't here. So
right.
I watched House of a Thousand Corpses for the first time. I've never seen it, and I like Rob Zombie's music, and I like some of his movies that I've seen. Some of them, no, I do not like. Let me think. And I just, this was a movie where I wanted to watch it because I like horror, I like Rob Zombie, I heard it was good. But it always seemed like the mood I would not be into. Like, because his Halloween movies were like extremely, to me, they're like more dark, more like hillbilly screaming shit. I didn't really want to watch something like that. But I was scrolling, maybe it was HBO Max, but I could be wrong. But I was scrolling around and I was looking for something to put on the background. And I found House of a Thousand Corpses. I said, fine. I've never seen it. I was just tired of, like, I didn't want to watch anything. I couldn't find anything, so that was what I landed on. I put it on, and it kind of took me away from what I was doing. It made me watch it because I like what he was doing with what was on screen as far as physically, like the sets and the color palette and just what he was doing there with that. I kind of was drawn to it, and it made me want to watch it. It was interesting. When the guy what's his name, Sig something, he passed away. He's a
Captain Spaulding.
The Spaulding, yeah, Captain Spaulding. He was, very captivating. I was like, wow, it made me want to pay attention.
Fantastic.
Like, he's funny, he's awesome, he's really cool. So I was really drawn in, and I watched the whole thing, and I stopped doing what I was doing. I watched the movie, paid attention, and I really liked it. There were some really cool themes. I could definitely see a lot of influences recently have come from that movie, like the dinner scene with the family. That's kind of showed up like in Resident Evil recently, in my opinion. And then some of the creatures, those I've seen that like similar designs in games over the past years and stuff like that. And I didn't know like it came from this, like the doctor with all the syringes and the stuff attached to him, things like that.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool. I actually really liked it, and I want to check out Devil's Rejects. Is that the next one?
Yes.
And is there a third or no?
Yeah, so it's Devil's Rejects first, House of a Thousand Corpses. I'm sorry, hold on. I'm sorry. House of a Thousand Corpses, The Needle Guy. So that's the first one. Devil's Rejects is 2, and then 3 is 3 from Hell.
Oh yeah,
so
that's a real recent one, right?
Yes, very recent. I do love this trilogy currently. Yeah, there might be 4 maybe later, but I typically don't like these exploitative, over the top, crazy, I guess like hillbilly exploitation films.
Yeah,
I guess. But I really love these 3 movies a lot, and Sid Haig, the legend he is and was, Captain Spaulding is awesome. I love that character so much.
Awesome, dude. I loved him. And
the opening of this movie is hilarious.
Yeah, the opening is funny, and it was creepy. It was great. I loved it.
Yes.
So I had a good. I'm gonna watch the other 2 now. I have not watched those. I don't think.
Yeah, check them out.
It was either Prime or HBO Max, but they didn't have Devil's Rejects because I was gonna do it back to back.
Right.
But they didn't have it, and then it was kind of late. Now I have to get it. But I'll do it. I will do it later because this was actually pretty good. Oh, it was kind of funny because during one of the scenes, there's like these 2 hillbillies arguing about the Munsters.
Yep.
They were watching Munsters over dinner or something like that. And I was like, okay. He's always loved this. Like,
I'll blow the doors out that motherfucker.
Wanted to do, so he kind of threw it in his movie as like they're watching it or whatever.
Yeah,
it was like a funny like go-kart racing scene, and they were like talking crap to each other. Like, he's like, man, if I was driving that, I would have mopped the floor with these fools or something. He's like, shut up, you piece of shit hillbilly! You couldn't have done nothing. I don't know. It was just funny. Like the way they were talking about it, watching the Munsters. It was just funny.
Do you remember the name of the drag car? Because you should.
Is it Dragula?
Yes, it is. No. That was my Xbox gamer tag in the days. Dragula.
So he named that song after the car then.
Yep.
Yeah, I always associated that word like with his song more than Monsters, because my exposure to Monsters is so old that that's cool. Yeah, he's such a fan. Then this must be like a dream come true for him then.
Oh, very much.
But I don't know. Is it going to be like a dysfunctional Monsters? I mean,
that's the thing. It's really hard to tell with him. I don't know if he's going to play it straight or if he's going to do his Rob Zombie twist. But I am kind of excited to see what he's going to do with it, because he does love the Monsters. And as much as I like the Addams Family, I love the Monsters a little bit more. So
yeah, it was fun. So yeah, this was great. If you haven't seen it for a while, you probably already are a fan, but it's available somewhere, HBO or Prime, I to watch right now. So maybe you want to rewatch. Just not the season for it, but I felt like watching it. So
Yeah. And just because you got me in the mood now talking about them, to any Leo Fulci fans out there, the film and the ending, where it goes, is a nod to one of his Gates to Hell trilogy films. It's I don't want to give it away. So if you know what it is and you kind of put it together, it's really cool. Rob Zombie definitely loves the old horror stuff. It's really cool to see his work, kind of the way he kind of like incorporates Texas Chainsaw and pretty much everything he does. Because that dinner scene is from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Everyone copies Texas Chainsaw Massacre because of how influential that scene was, and you can still feel those scenes now, which is crazy.
You're so right. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
Rob Zombie, cheers to you.
Awesome. I loved it. So then, in addition to that, I started watching Arcane. The League of Legends animation on Netflix.
Right.
And it is living up to the hype so far.
Shit.
I know next to nothing about League of Legends. I played it once, maybe 12 years ago. And so I know pretty much nothing about it. And I don't think you need to, because this does a great job of introducing everything. I'm on episode 4, and I think there's 8 of them, or 10. But a lot has happened already in these 4 short episodes. And the ending of episode 3 felt like a complete season almost. Like I could see like another show dragging those 3 episodes out to like a whole season. Even the way it ended, like it had like this epic music, and it was like a Brave New World type of thing was getting introduced into the story. And I was like, this feels like a season finale almost. And I still got like 8 more episodes. The animation's a little weird as far as like the faces. It'll be kind of like jarring at first, but they're really expressive animation. Like the feelings that the characters go through, you can really feel them. Like I was like, it was getting heavy. I was like, holy crap! Like I'm actually caring about this. And I thought the story is really well done. Voice acting is there. I think they did a great job on cinematography, because their camera placements and what they show you is really cool. What do you call it? The animation itself has some really awesome moments, like the fights, the choreography of them, the animation itself. There's also magic involved, so it's really cool, man. It's really great so far. So if you're on the fence, oh man, you gotta watch it. It's really, really good.
Tight. Correct me if I'm wrong. Are the episodes like 45 minutes long, or are they like 20 minutes long?
No, I think, well, they're not. I don't believe they are. They are actually, they are long. That's why they felt that way. 40 to 44 minutes each. So,
Tight.
and it's a damn good story. It's 9 episodes. So
9. Okay, that sounds good.
4.
Oh shit!
Damn good. Love the characters. I'm really into it. So
nice.
Gotta finish that up.
I have to watch that, because the only thing I know of League of Legends is my roommate from college. He used to play it all the time, drinking his monsters. So that's all I know about League of Legends, is that you could play.
Yeah, it's really good. It just came out of nowhere, in my opinion. Like I was like, So I'm glad that Netflix is really trying with the animation stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like
I almost like it better than live action, because for some reason this live action is capturing me more than almost anything live action I've seen in a long time.
Nice. Always looking for a good anime, or animation anime, however you want to phrase it. People need to put some respect on animation, because the entire this shit, animation is great. It's art.
Oh yeah, it's very good, man. Give it a shot. It's so good.
So sounds cool. I'm glad someone I know is watching it that I on the whole, trust their opinion on. You two, I will listen to your opinions. Might give you shit, but at the end of the day, if you tell me to watch something, I'll watch it.
Yeah. And that was it for me. Somebody want to
Say what?
follow up?
Yeah, I'll go. I watched 3 things, and I'm currently geeking out over a UFC fight that just happened, and she won. Oh my god, that's amazing. I watched 2 movies, and I watched a series on Netflix. So I'll start off with the first film. One was a rewatch from a while back called Just Friends, starring Ryan Reynolds and Amy
Netflix has it, right?
Smart.
Yeah.
Netflix. So before I get into it, I like Christmas movies. They're very manipulative, most of them. There's very few like solid, actually good films out there that are just good movies to watch anytime. But if Hallmark makes a movie during Christmas, I'll watch it and feel good. But if I watch it in July, I'm gonna like, this is a piece of shit movie. This is really the only time I can watch Christmas movies and give them almost a pass. Not all of them.
Yeah.
Just Friends is a comedy. The general gist is that Ryan Reynolds in high school was friends with this girl named Amy. She was the hottest girl in school. Everyone wanted her, and she was his best friend. He was this fat, nerdy cheerleader kid. One day, he gets embarrassed at a party and goes, "I'll show all of you." So he grows up to be, well, Ryan fucking Reynolds, with those good looks and charms and charisma. And through some weird happenstance, he ends up going back to his hometown, and the shenanigans ensue. Like a lot of these rom-com stuff like that, or romedies, whatever it is. It's not drama. It's a comedy. It's a romantic comedy. It's a rom-com, I guess. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
That's a
track.
rom-com.
Is it? I don't know. Okay. So it's a rom-com.
Probably.
Romantic comedy rom-com.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought it was like a romantic drama. I don't know why.
What?
Anyways,
Really?
shit,
It says rom-com. Oh, wait, that's a joke.
Maybe. Sure. We'll go with joke.
Yeah, it was a joke. Didn't you get it?
No. Rom-com. Do you notice that you laughed?
Oh, you know what? I was thinking of a dramedy. That's what I was thinking.
Dramedy?
Yeah. I was like, it's a comedy drama. I'm like, oh no, this is a rom-com. Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. So, anywho's, I like this movie. I think it's funny. His the interactions with Ryan Reynolds and his brother are hilarious. I should have to say this, but trigger warning, I guess, or be aware. There's some offensive jokes in here, and that because this was like shit. I think it's like, if I had to take a guess, 07, 09. It's been some time because Ryan Reynolds is young. Everyone's young in this movie. Very young. And you might, some of those jokes nowadays probably won't land anywhere near for some people, but it's still a good movie. Everyone's kind of a horrible character in this. Was it?
It's still good. It's still good.
Yeah, it's a little airborne. It's still good. A lot of the characters are shit. They're kind of shitty people, but the situations are funny. The comedy's pretty good. There are times where I'm laughing out loud in this movie. My sister and I love to watch this movie, so it just one of those things that have, I guess, like a nostalgic tie to it, just because when we were little, me and my sister didn't get along too well, but like movies was like our thing. So this is like one of the movies we can always watch together.
Yeah. And
now that we're older and like best friends, it's it's all good. So this one holds a little special place in my heart. It's funny. It's cool. It's definitely cliches left and right, but I think in a good way. And it takes place around Christmas time, so it is technically a holiday rom-com. So yeah, it's on Netflix. Check it out. I probably didn't sell it the best, but I'm a little biased towards this movie, so I enjoyed it. It is the season, so give it a watch because why not?
I don't know why I forgot it was a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's weird to think about it.
Yeah.
Next one I saw, 8-Bit Christmas on HBO. This is an HBO Max exclusivo. Exclusivo. I liked it. I liked it. It is take the kind of the idea behind Christmas Story and the story layout of A Princess Bride. Yeah, and that's kind of the general layout of the film. Now it doesn't follow those beats, but it is a father sitting down with his daughter while they're playing Nintendo and talking about how this one special time Christmas where he and his friends were got into a bunch of shenanigans to get their own Nintendo. It is the ending gets a little manipulative, I guess, for the holidays. It kind of fits in this story with the father and son, kind of crams it in at the last maybe last 10 minutes of the movie. But I'm a sucker for a good father-son story, and any parents and kids story, it gets me all the time. So, you just pull my strings in, you got me. But even that, like, I like the way that the story, it feels like a story you would tell your kids. Like the stuff we did as kids, we'll probably exaggerate it just a little bit more to make it sound cool to our kids. Be like, oh yeah, we were the coolest kids on the block, absolutely. And what kind
one
of
time we gathered like 30 kids and we all did this or that.
Yeah. Or like we got to a gang fight at the jungle gym with these kids because they made fun of our scooters. It's like, which is, we technically got in a fight with 2 kids. It wasn't gang warfare, but we'll tell our kids it was.
That was hilarious.
It was funny. And
you watched
stuff like that.
No, I was saying the real life fight that we got into.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was so like, weird. It was like so hateful. It was like, we were just playing on our own and these jerks came.
we might tell that story if we ever have like a drunk episode where we just get drunk and tell stories and make fun of each other. But this movie overall is really good. It is made really well. It definitely looks like a movie. It doesn't like look cheap or anything like that. That's a plus. Neil Patrick Harris is the father / narrator. I liked his voice and like his work in here. He's a pretty good narrator. He has a good voice for it.
Does he actually show up or he just narrates?
He shows up here and there, yeah. Like he's he's actually in the movie, so it's not just him talking. Okay. And the music's pretty good in here too. It's cool. I don't know. It just feels like a cool, nostalgic film that isn't nostalgic. Because this takes place in the 80s. So obviously, I had to wait a little longer for a movie that takes place in the 90s because I was a kid in the 90s. So that would be like my thing. But it's cool. I don't know. It's fun. It's Christmas time. It works. It kind of hits on all levels. And you know what? This is a story about nerds and kids and geeks. It's kind of like one of our stories where no one understands why we love video games, and they want to cancel video games because they make kids violent and angry, and the dad doesn't understand that the kid just loves technology and like video games and wants to work on games, as an adult. No one understands them. It's like, I don't know what you guys got. I've been there where like I was a nerdy kid, like in 8th grade. In 8th grade, I had these 2 guys. We were in line going for recess, and they bring up Playboy. I'm like, oh, what's that? They're like, oh, it's about a kid who plays like Nintendo and Game Boy. Oh, that's awesome, cool. I was like, sure, that's a thing because games are life. So I was a super nerdy kid. I was really geeky, and I'm like, this story appeals to me more than like anything else probably would have. Like again, Sandlot works because I did that too, but I was kind of in both worlds, so this one definitely speaks to me. check it out. I mean, if you have HBO Max or you can borrow it from somebody, check it out. It's a good time for the holidays. It's exclusive, so it should be going anywhere for ever as long as HBO's around.
Yeah.
The last thing I
wanted to
saw.
watch it.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, I think you have to be in the mood for it, and I think I'm trying to think if it's totally kid friendly. And I say that because like some parents are like, "Oh, there's a swear word. My kids can't listen." I think it's kid safe, 100% kid safe. I think.
Could be. I'm sure.
Yeah, check it out. Now, my favorite thing that I saw this week, I just kind of popped it on a whim. I think it came out this week on Netflix. Voyeur. This is a mini series. I think it's like 6 episodes, maybe anywhere from 20 minutes to 17 minutes long. One person narrates why we like a certain thing in films. The first one talks about Jaws and how Jaws influenced blockbusters in the way that the people kind of saw movies in the way that they would treat these big experiences, and was their influence good or bad. And another episode, which I kind of want Manny to see, because I remember we had this conversation where he's like, TV started to look cinematic, and I brought up Sopranos. He's like, "Fuck no!" And then I'm like, and then in this episode, they're like, and HBO came along, and Sopranos was the turning point. I'm like, I knew it. And like in that episode, it talks about how movies were like an event, and the TV shows were like a thing you would watch at home. But now it's like movies are cumbersome to go to, but now the events are at home. And they kind of explain the difference between a movie and a TV and why we like them and all that kind of stuff. And I can be articulate with my words. Sometimes it takes me a long time to get to the point that I want to make, but eventually I'll get there. This is able to do that like in like a quarter of the time and express why I love movies so much. They handle like, why do we like anti-heroes and why do we like bad guys, and they'll pick like a main character, and then they'll tie other characters from other franchises in. So the bad guy episode, they pick Lawrence of Arabia and explain why. He's like, you don't have to like these characters. You don't have to like them to enjoy them or to appreciate them for good writing and all that kind of stuff, and explains why we like them. Okay. It's an episode about vengeance and why we love that in movies, and how do you do it correctly and properly. And it's really cool. And the way that they explain it, this is like a film nerds like thing. Like this is the way you talk about movies, and this is why I love movies. And this one, I was playing some stuff today. You know, I had a little free time off of work. I put it on and I end up watching the whole thing and like just pay attention. And,
I love when that happens.
Yeah, it's utterly fantastic. I love having these conversations with people. It doesn't matter if they're big movie buff fans or if they're just casuals. Like, I love to explain films to people, and or try to from my point of view. And this kind of felt that way. Like someone just sit you down when the camera goes, explain why you like it, and then they add the films and stuff like that. And it's just really cool experience. For me, it was an experience. That I'm really glad they made it. I hope they get more seasons out of it, because again, it's only 6 episodes at max. I think the longest episode is like 25 minutes, 20 minutes. You're in, you're out, and you learn a lot. And
sometimes with these, they go too long. Like, like 3 hours, and it's like, yes, I love this, but like, you gotta calm down a little bit because it's a little too long.
Yes, exactly. It's straight to the point and gives you everything you need, and you're out. Yeah, man. I could talk about this thing all day and kind of analyze movies that we love and why we love them and all that kind of stuff. But you know, and honestly, if you've never been interested in films or don't understand why people kind of like are so into film, watch this, and I won't say you'll understand, but you might understand why it's important to us.
Yeah.
You know. So check it out, man. It's Voyeur on Netflix. I think, like I said, I think it just came out this week, so it should be in the news section. So check it out.
Right.
Highly recommend.
For some reason, I thought like Voyeur was like one of those like secret camera video or movie? Isn't there a
So
movie called that?
it's actually a documentary called Voyeur too.
Voyeur, or is it called something else?
It's like Voyeur something. Yeah, it's like Voyeur something. Don't get that confused. If you see some creepy guy in the attic of a motel, that's the wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. Although that was a good documentary, it was, that's not the one you should be watching. So check it out.
Or maybe it is.
And then just because I've been following the UFC fights while we've been doing this, this doesn't come out tomorrow, so it's not breaking news. Juliana Pena just beat Amanda Nunes to win the women's bantam title.
Really?
She has dethroned the champ. She's a Chicago girl. She took it home. I love it.
Has she ever lost?
I mean, everyone's lost, yeah, but she the Amanda Nunes has been a tear for years.
For a while.
Yeah, she was a fucking animal. But she got submitted in the second round, and I love it. I'm very excited.
Her strength was really stand up, though, right? I mean,
she is good on the ground. She's really good on the ground, but it's just she can knock you out just standing, no problem. So, that was actually really. Yeah, and you know what? I should have put money in this whole show because, I got like 5 fights right already. I'm kicking myself in the ass for that. Fuck.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, I'm very excited for that. Now the main event. So I'll pass it on to Manny because those are my nerd outs.
All right. So my nerd out, I think my biggest one is probably going to be Halo because I actually kind of snuck away and started playing it a little bit more.
You playing the campaign or what?
No. Oh God, no. No. I wish.
Okay.
I wish. I'm gonna start that maybe sometime tomorrow, but it's the end of fantasy football season, and I'm trying to get into the playoffs. So kind of want to enjoy football while it winds down, and why I love watching it because if I'm not in the playoffs, I'll be sad. But yeah, been doing some Halo. It's been having fun. I found a way to listen to like I never just did it. I guess I did it in the background, but it was kind of like soothing playing Halo and then listening to like a podcast with my headphones on at the same time. So that's really, really cool. And I know, I do that all the time. It's the first time I've kind of really done it because I'm playing I'm playing something that's just super fun, super quick, keeps my brain up and going. I do want to play some Call of Duty, and I just realized I could download Warzone on here. I'll still be good. Yeah. So I don't know. I kind of want to play Call of Duty, but this has just been sucking me in. Then after that, I will say the other one that's been a pretty big nerd out is Seinfeld, which I think I'm in like season 3, if not close to 4. And at that point, they start talking about like the story that I know where they were trying to make a show about nothing, which is basically Seinfeld. But now I'm starting to notice that there's ongoing aspects of everyone's life that gets into the story. And it's something that you wouldn't even think, like someone's handed something because they don't like it. And then at some point, 2 or 3 episodes down, that GIF ends up doing something to the story. And you almost forgot about them. But as soon as you see it, you're like, oh yeah, I remember that. I don't know. It's been really cool. So I've been watching that. That's kind of like my lunch show. Do you guys have like a food show? That's like my food show. Like I have, and I put that
go
on
to YouTube or something.
I used to, yeah.
Yeah,
but
that's a food show. But I can't have it on in the background because I want to pay attention to it. What was that?
What season are you on?
I think I'm on like season 3 or 4.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like you don't want to have it on because then you'll want you don't want to like just have it not paying attention.
Yeah, because you need those. I've been finding out that you need those jokes for later. Like man, dude, I could see how this show gave birth to like Arrested Development, and then Arrested Development kind of helped out The Office. Like, man, I could see where a lot of the comedy just starts with this show. Like the new age comedy starts with this show. So I'm just appreciating it a little more. But yeah, that's kind of my show. And then other than that, just kind of stay away from Spider-Man. But like the hype is there. Like I've watched a couple extra seconds of a like a trailer on
TV spots,
Facebook. Yeah, like TV spots and stuff like that. But I ran into a couple spoilers here and there. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, but it's coming up
hard
soon.
to avoid right now.
Ish, but I'm probably gonna sign out tomorrow, because the movie comes out. I want to say on the 15th, and we're not going to see it until the 17th. Now it comes out. I'm sorry, yeah, the 17th, right? 17th.
Yeah, Friday. Yeah, 17th.
Now the movie doesn't officially come out until the 17th for America.
Yes.
Yeah. But everyone else is getting it on the 15th. Sucks, dude. Like, it's an American character. We made it here in America. We should get it first.
I agree.
But yeah. That's really it.
Yes.
That's really it for me.
Oh, before we move on real quick, I almost forgot again, do it this week. Shout out to our number one fan, Gil. If you guys remember a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was last week, feels like it was a couple weeks ago, Spotify did their yearly wrap-up thing. You know, it shows you top artists, music played, and all that kind of stuff. And Gil, his top 5 podcasts, number 2 on the list was Three Nerds on a Sunday. So I appreciate that. Thank you for the love and support. And for that, we'll give you the shout out for whatever it's worth. Thank you again.
And we will have you on the show.
Yes, very soon.
He won a contest, guys. It was our first contest.
So
that's right. Being a super fan, get you on the show.
Your number one podcast next year.
Yeah, and I'm actually I think by March we should be by our 100th episode, so we're getting there.
Yeah,
we're getting there.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, and heads up, we'll probably so I guess some quick business to wrap up real quick. Frank is basically not going to be able to be on the show for the rest of the month, basically, I think, or something like that, right?
I have to skip the next 2 weeks.
Next 2 weeks.
I'll be back.
We'll see.
2022.
2022. We'll see if Manny and I are available next week to do a show. If not, we'll work something out. We will probably skip the Christmas episode or Christmas weekend since Christmas falls on a Saturday. Yeah. And that's when we usually spend time for family. And then we'll be back the new year. So we should be able to get one more for you guys for the end of the year. Take a little holiday break, and then we'll be back probably mid-January. We'll do our top 10 favorite movies of the year, and then everything will be business as usual. So
we'll be back.
There's that to wrap up. So let's move on to our main topic. I think if we're done with our nerd outs and everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty. Hopefully you watched the newest episode of Hawkeye. We'll do non-spoilers, and then we'll spend the last couple minutes talk about the spoiler at the end of the episode. Nothing too dramatic, but it is still a spoiler. So it will be spoiler-free for the most part. So stick around. First initial thoughts. You guys like the episode? What do you think?
I liked it. I kind of hyped myself up for it more than I should have. But other than that, yeah, it was cool.
Why did that happen?
I thought someone else was going to show
Were you
up.
expecting something to happen, or you're just excited, or what?
Yes. I thought something was going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oopsies.
I stopped doing that. I don't expect anything.
Yeah. That's
He expects
smart.
nothing but sadness and death.
I expect nothing.
I really enjoyed it.
The show came together for me a lot this episode. I kind of
That's good. Seriously?
I'm gonna kill my video too because my audio keeps killing itself. So
Okay. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yep.
I really love the little scene of Kate and Clint kind of having their little Christmas gathering together with Pete's dog.
that was awesome.
That was really cool. I mean, we covered a lot of emotions in that one little scene of just having fun and discussing and having a good time, and then kind of Clint kind of like experiencing more PTSD and going like, "You want no part of this shit." Kind of moment, and it was just it was touching. It was good. It felt like it felt natural. It wasn't forced to me.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Great. I enjoyed that. It was like the best scene.
Yes, that's great. How about you, Manny? What was your favorite scene, or I guess like favorite part of this episode?
I like that little Christmas scene that they have where they were showing her how to like throw the Hawkeye was showing her how to throw the coin. So that was a kind of neat little moment. And then I was, of course, intrigued with the watch and what's going on with that. So of course that's the ongoing thing. But yeah, I would probably say that little Christmas kind of get together kind of thing going on.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this first half was really good. Even the interactions that Kate had with her mom and her soon to be maybe stepfather kind of had that whole little like dancing scene, and how like he like messes up all these sayings and phrases was kind of funny. It was oh fuck it. It was cute to say. It was cute to see it. It was nice. It was a nice little moment. And then that led into the whole like her going over to Clint because she knows he's by himself while his family's at home waiting for him to show up.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
That was pretty considerate.
Yeah. And she keeps growing on me as a character and as a character, because I'm like, okay,
she's getting better.
You're like layered, like she's stubborn, hard-headed, but she's not stupid, she's not selfish either, and she kind of knows when to like pull back a little bit. She feels like an actual person, not like not, I don't know, I guess kind of like a John Walker where he's like, you're just a dick and you don't listen, you're just an ass. You know what I mean? It's kind of that scenario. So yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. Totally.
The LARPing crew came back. That was kind of I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, like, unexpected.
Yeah.
I like LARPing. Never done it, but it looks fun and cool. But I don't know. It's just kind of weird that this is twice now it's been popped up in the show. I don't know.
Yeah. And I don't know how about the like police person like getting the arrows back for him.
Oh yeah.
That
was
lighthearted. It's just fun.
Yeah, I mean, like, at best, it is like a minor nitpick. It's just one of those things. Like, well, I don't. You need it, but I don't hate it either. But I don't know. It's not completely gelling with me. And then the action stuff. There wasn't too much action this episode, but when it did, it was cool. And again, like it shows that dynamic of teacher and student, how the student is just hard-headed and like, oh no, I got this, don't worry, it's cool. And like it's it's all fun and games until shit gets real, and then when it gets real, it's like, nope, you need to leave right now. You're gonna die. Yeah, I think in that fight scene, Kate died almost died like what, like three times. Could have just been thrown off a building, and she didn't even notice it at all. Yeah, man, it's cool. Would you say this is the best episode, or is it your personal favorite, or is it just another good episode?
I think it's my favorite. It started to pull things together for me. Like I started appreciating things from previous episodes after this one.
Mhm.
Like the bonding moments and stuff like that. It kind of just tied it together for me. And I finally like, oh, okay, yeah, I do like this more than I thought initially.
Right. How about you, Manny? Thoughts on that?
I can't tell you which one's my favorite episode just yet.
Okay.
It's not this one. It's probably going to be one of the last couple ones, to be honest.
Okay.
And there's only two left.
Yeah, there's two left, which is crazy to think about.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That was loud and clear. That was loud and clear. What? Yeah.
Damn it, it's over.
Yeah, I mean, this was a really straightforward episode. Not much to like get into because again, it was all character driven and like dialogue
it was a
heavy.
winding down one because we just had a big action scene.
Right. Yeah, this is more of a let's settle down. Let's kind of have some more moments with them, some more character building, and kind of go from there. I guess leading to spoilers.
Sure.
Thank you guys for listening. If you're gonna jump off because you haven't watched it yet or you're not caught up fully yet, jump off, come back later, or we'll see you next week for another episode. Okay, I think we're good. So the spoiler for this episode is Baby Widow shows up. Black Widow's sister shows up. There's the ending action scene is them breaking into an apartment to find that watch because apparently the tracker is still on for it because he's trying to collect that Ronin artifacts and all that. Well, I call them artifacts stuff from the We Don't Talk About days, and the watch is part of that. We don't know what the watch is, what it does. We just know that it's important to the to the Clinton's family. So that apartment that they end up finding the watch in actually belongs to Echo. And Kate Bishop breaks in, gets the watch, she gets attacked by Echo. But then Hawkeye gets attacked by someone else on the roof next to the building. He thinks it's Echo, but we physically see Echo getting in a fight with Kate. It's a masked woman. They're having a fight. And then she uses her Widow blasters and like, oh, look at that. It's a widow, and it ends up being Black Widow's sister. If you've seen the movie Black Widow and the ending stinger, this shouldn't be too much of a surprise. I just didn't think it would happen.
Right.
Shows up. She's trying to kill him. We don't know if she's hired to kill him or if she's doing this on her own accord or what's going on. But she is. He is now on her radar, and she's in New York and with the tracksuits and Echo and maybe Uncle, we'll see. And now Black Widow, the Black Widow assassin to deal with Clint is pretty much screwed at this point.
Yep.
And
he seemed pretty worried about it.
Oh, very much so. He knew his best friend, and if she's anything half like her, he's screwed. I thought it was a cool moment. Not the moment I was thinking it was going to happen, but I enjoyed it, and I'm happy to see her back because I actually do like the actress and the character. So
yeah, it's good. I'm surprised she didn't talk much, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Not sure why.
What do you think of
more
the?
chatty.
Well, she's punched him in the face. That's good enough for now. What are your thoughts on this, Manny's little character review?
This is what I wasn't really like impressed about. I don't know. I kind of forgot about her, and the story that it was telling seemed a little more interesting than whatever Baby Black Widow could do. So when she showed up, I'm like, oh, well, is this gonna lead me to Kingpin?
It's pain in the ass.
Yeah, like I just want to get to Kingpin, bro. Like I like the little street stuff. Maybe sometimes a little bit more even than the multiverse stuff.
Yeah,
So I just want to kind of get to that. You know, I want to stay in New York, and I don't know. Yeah, it was great. I really thought Kingpin was going to show up in this one, and it didn't. It was.
Nah, dude. Don't even stop thinking about it. Shit ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, I hope it does. I'm not expecting it, but if it does, I will dance my happy dance.
I think it is going to happen.
Yeah.
I think so. Again, I think so
You want
too.
to make another bet or no?
Yeah. Like bet. What was this bet? What did I pay you for the last bet?
You did. You're man of your word.
What should we do for this one?
Always paid bets.
Same thing. $20.
All right, $20.
All right. You heard it here.
We might have to maybe, hey Frank, if you can break away for like half an hour, just talk about the last episode before Christmas, just real quick when it drops.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got 2 more episodes, so we'll see how that goes and see who wins the bet.
Yeah.
Because now it's very interesting.
I technically won already, but you know I'm gonna give.
Oh shit.
Well, before it gets to blows, thank you guys for listening to the episode. I'm pretty sure we're wrapped up with this episode, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
There's a confirmation. Thank you for listening to another episode. Find us on social medias of the YouTube kind, the Instagram kind, or the Facebook kind. 3 Nerds on a Sunday. If you want to listen to the audio portion of this podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, any podcast app of your choice, you can think it's probably there. Thank you guys for listening. We will catch you next week. Goodbye.
Thank you guys.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.